Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is a solo podcast episode with A. How is everyone? Life update. What is happening over here? Well, it's Halloween. I'm recording on Halloween, so it is Halloween. Halloween is my least favorite holiday. I just find it so much energy to put into like 3 hours. Like we're getting dressed up. I feel like no matter what I do, I spend $70 on the costume, $100 on the candy, and then my kids walk around and get $100 worth of candy. Why wouldn't I just keep my money, give them half the candy, and stay inside? Like I just, ugh. Anyways, that's my personal opinion on Halloween, but we're riding the wave. And tomorrow it will be November. And I actually saw someone with a Christmas tree up and I didn't hate it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be November 1st when I put up my Christmas tree. And we do a real tree. We do a as big as I can get, large real tree, which I love, but that really can't go up until December. So, but we have other trees, of course, multiple trees. So I might put a tree up but early. Who knows? Why not? Why not? I just love the like coziness. The lights are on. When do you guys decorate for Christmas? Like, are you November 1st, the trees up kind of person? Would love to know. So yeah, that's what's up. Halloween. I'm just still over here doing my thing. Um, Super consistent with the gym. I'm starting week 9 next week. Next week, I just finished week 8. Feel myself getting stronger, feeling and seeing changes in my body is super, super, super exciting. I feel like my nutrition is super nailed in right now. I actually had this really cool moment where, if you guys follow me on social, you might have seen it, but I had a friend that was asking about Botox, and I have been getting Botox for like I would say 7 years now. It's been a long time. I had very significant, deep forehead lines that really bothered me. And so I made the decision to go and get Botox. And I was looking for a before picture for her, and I found it. And it was wild. Not just my wrinkles, my whole look, like my face, the coloring, how dull and dry and flaky my skin looked. It was crazy. It just really shows how taking care of yourself. Here's what I could see. I could see the work I'd done on the inside on the outside. That's what it was with my eyes. You know, in that first picture, I would say 7 years ago was really for me about, it was really the start of my weight loss journey. I had lost all my weight by that point, but it was just really the beginning still for me. And it was really about being as thin as possible. That was really my goal and focus. Whereas now I feel like I'm an adult and now my goal is to be as well as possible. And it was just a really cool visual representation, I guess, of what I'm trying to say, of all the internal changes that I've made over the past couple years for my overall wellness, and you could really see it on the outside. So that was really cool. So I am crushing it. I am journaling every day. I'm eating nutrient dense food. I'm not eating a lot of processed food. I'm drinking my water. I've pretty much eliminated coffee and alcohol, and I just feel incredible. So that's kind of like the me update. Fun fact, Phoebe just made the first cut for the volleyball team, which is very exciting. Over 100 girls tried out for the team, and she hasn't made it yet, but she made the first cut. And there was only 8 grade 6s that made the first cut, and she was one of them. So fingers crossed, Phoebe can make this team. I'm so proud of her. Piper did try out, which I'm also proud of her for trying out, did not make the first cut. But I'm just so proud of them for, getting themselves out there. So that's what's up with our family basketball weekend extravaganza. We girls have 2 basketball games in Fredericton on Saturday and one here on Sunday. I am so excited for Sunday morning when I can wake up and no one has to be anywhere anytime soon. I am like fantasizing about that Sunday for myself, but I need to get through Friday and Saturday first. Anywho, so that is the update for me. So I wanted to talk about Halloween and how are we going to show up for Halloween. So here's the deal, guys. I would love for everyone that you show up on Halloween without totally losing yourself in the candy. Like Halloween without the hangover, okay? The food hangover, the regret, the shame, that like sugar, ooh, that gut rot. So really, let's be honest. Like Halloween, there's candy everywhere. You've probably had it at the office. You know, it's you bought some for to give away at your own home. Your kids come home with this huge bucket. But that whole night, that's one night, right? Let's also remember that. You could do whatever you wanted tonight without it creating a significant impact on your overall wellness journey. You could, okay? Having said that, from someone right now that's coming from the perspective of someone that's in incredible momentum with their wellness journey, I do find that one night or one day of like completely going off the rails does impact my momentum. And momentum is significant. That is no joke. So to me, it wouldn't be worth it to break it. However, I just want us going into the mindset is even if you did lose control and ate all the things, I don't want you to think it's over. I don't want you to this to turn into, well, start my diet again on January. Like that's the last thing I want you guys to think about. So even if you do lose control tonight, you were not a bad person. You were not destined for failure. Pick yourself back up and think about how you want to show up the next day. So I kind of have a little bit of a harsh, not lesson, but phrase, let's say. I- I'm going to remind you guys that Halloween actually isn't the problem. It's the way you're thinking about Halloween that is the problem. Halloween is one night. So, and what matters really is the story that you're telling yourself. So you can choose to be the person that says, like, I don't care. I'm going to give her, start again tomorrow. You can choose to be that person, but you can also choose to be the person that says, do I want that? How do I want to feel tonight and tomorrow morning? How do I want to show up? So I would love for you guys to pause right now and for you to think about and create a little bit of a game plan for yourself. So decide ahead of time. What does fun look like for you? And what is your favorite chocolate bars, your favorite candy, your favorite whatever, okay? So what decide ahead of time, like what's worth it to you, okay? Pick your moments and kind of pick a plan. Say, is right now I'm going into Halloween saying nothing's worth it to me. Now here's the thing. Maybe one chocolate bar is worth it to me, but what's not worth it to me is the potential loss of control. And someone that's come from a binge eating background, that's being in that situation is very triggering for me to binge. And consuming that food would be triggering for me to binge. So I am avoiding that food today, not because I can't have it or it's bad. It's because the potential binge is not worth it to me. So I want you to also take some time to think of your plan. And if you're a person that's like can easily have a couple and move on, choose a few and move on. Easy peasy. Um, so for sure, here's what I would get you to do. Make a plan. Think about what's really worth it to you. Don't skip meals. Like have your regular meals. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm going to eat chocolate for Halloween." I mean, listen, I'm not in charge of telling you what to do, but that just sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? Have a regular meal. Then maybe you have a smaller portion of dinner, but like eat some real nourishing food before you go out trick or treating. Hydrate, like stay hydrated. You could also have an alternative. So I for sure will have a cup of tea. I am not going trick or treating this year. So this is the first year. I thought last year the kids could do this, but they were like, no, we want you. And we like walk around with them. And this year, Alfie for sure was like, absolutely, I do not want you around me. So I'm like, cool, do your thing. Also, we every year come back and we put all our candy together as a family and the kids all split it. We like separate it. And then, like, after supper, I'd be like, okay, go pick two things of Halloween candy. Well, this year, Alfie asked if he could have his own candy because he said, I'm gonna, like, he's on a mission. He's like, I'm gonna work really hard um, to get a lot of candy and I want it all to be mine. So I'm like, okay, cool, 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 cool. So this year everyone's gonna get their own candy. I'm like, perfect. That will be, I think, easier for me to manage my candy consumption because it won't be just like the family pot. It'll be like, are you really eating Alfie's candy right now? So that's what's happening in our house. So an alternative, so yeah, I will not be trick or treating. But I will definitely have a cup of tea with me during the like prime time of all of this going down, them bringing back their candy, all the things. And I really love a tea during those moments where I just kind of want to keep myself a little bit busy. The moments that feel a little uncomfortable to potentially not consume what's happening around me. Okay, or like a fun mocktail, one of the two, definitely gonna have that in my hands. So that's one bit of advice. I really am going to encourage you guys also to ditch the all or nothing mentality. Like, oh, you eat one mini chocolate bar, 160-calorie chocolate bar, and you're like, I messed up. So even for myself, so I'm going into this saying I'm not going to consume any. If I consume one, is it over? Have I failed? No. But if I tell myself that story, that could potentially trigger, okay, giver, mine as well. You already didn't follow the plan. So, really ditching that all or nothing mentality is so important in these situations. But at the end of the day, you guys, I want you to all be able to exist in a world where there is opportunities to overconsume food and that you remain in control. That is the goal for me. And that is what we're doing within the membership is coaching our members to create habits, to think differently, to change their relationship with food, so to facilitate that being easier for them. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Tomorrow is November. We are finishing the year, 2 months left of this year, which is wild. I am also all fired up because Monday is day one of our trial enrollment program. We've chosen the women that are partaking in this program. It is a program that a pilot program that we're running with the intention to, we're really refreshing Your Way Weight Loss for January 2026. And we're going to fully change the experience of people when they start Your Way Weight Loss. And we are trialing this right now with 20 women to see what we can improve, what we need to add, what we can take away, and to really get some live feedback. So I'm very, very fired up about this. Actually, if you're interested in that, if you're like, ooh, I want that, come January. So I already have a wait list ready. Um, we will be doing the same. Enrollment will be open officially in January, and we will only be taking a select few because the service that we're providing is something that needs a little bit more attention. So if you want to be on that wait list, I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Make sure you join the wait list so that you can get more information and be in the loop come January when we launch this for reals for reals. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye.